So I tried my best to trace from the perspective that I drew. The only point is that I didn't have the light board and it's not the best trace. For example, here is just a little error that I made because I couldn't see through and my eyes are burning now, but I tried my best to trace it under any circumstance. So now I want to explain how's the light shadowing. Just keep in mind the only marker that I have is the cool gray number 3. That is it. So I have a lot of limitations here. I wish I had the number 1, but I don't have it. So I'm gonna explain with this to tell you how the shadowing is supposed to be for the daylight. But I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be the best. This is not working the best. This is just something to guide you through. So if you have natural light, if you have daylight is coming through the arch, right? Through both arches. So first and foremost, I drew how the light through these arches come through the room and stays on the floor. You know what I mean? Like I considered like light is coming from this directions and it comes right here because the reflection of the light, the path that the light goes through and coming on the floor will remain on the floor. So this part of the floor will be visible. So some part, just because we have objects, the objects will take some part of the light. So here, for example, the light is coming from the arch, but it comes on top of the cylinder here, part of it. Or here, the light is coming, but these two objects cover some part of the light and stays on their surface. So I try to draw a line. It's gonna be messy. Don't use your pencil this hard to show your shadow, because when you're working with your marker, it will be messy. But I'm trying to show it to you that how the light is gonna be on the floor. So that's why I'm emphasizing on the lines. So the light comes here. From my point of view, it comes right here. It goes to the hole. This part of the hole, it's gonna be so dark. This part is not visible, right? But I'm sorry, this part is not gonna be light. This part is gonna be dark, but this part is gonna be light. So if I want to say, let's say, let me write it here. If I want to say 0 is the lightest and 10 is darkest, and it goes like this, 0 to 10, then this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 0, 0, here is 0, and yeah, and this part is not exactly 0, but this is like 1 or 2. This part is 1 or 2. The edge inside the arch is 1 or 2. These edges is 1 or 2. And what else? Here it's kind of going from 1 or 2 to a little dark of maybe 5 or 6. Here is 5 or 6. This part is like 3 or 4. Here is, again, this part is darker, like 5 or 6. Probably here is 5 or 6. We had a bit of shadow of this object here, maybe here, 5 or 6, and part of it goes right here. I try to make it a little difficult to challenge myself. Yeah, I think that's the best. Like this. 5 or 6. I'm using my imagination. Or maybe, no, it should be straight. I feel it's gonna be something like this, that the shadow of this object, we will maybe we see a little bit of shadow here and a bit of shadow on the corner here. I will show it to you how it's gonna be, but it's gonna be here. This is gonna be gradual. This is gonna be gradual.